Welcome to Tran Wins Baldur's Gate 3.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
Wipe the sweat from your brow.
Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Chukil Gate Vlakith Mazathok! Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. First you, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
If you pick these top options, these top three, you can get 5 points of affection, whatever it's called, approval, with Lae'zel, Shadowheart, Will, and Gale. If you pick Deception, but then if you do something that's very bad for your party, you get an additional 10 points with Shadowheart and 1 point with Asteria. Don't you see how far gone you are? Give me that blade. I'll make it quick.
Take it. One motion across the neck.
Oh, and the game also literally gives you a free dagger here, not that it matters. If you slit her throat, you get 10 points with Shadowheart.
Chuk. A splendid ruse. My anger is surpassed only by my respect. I will wait, but know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all. I came just in time. You are transforming.
So this is our guardian. From the beginning of the game, I just went with the default drow appearance. I know your voice. I've heard it before.
Yes, you have. I saved you before. And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
We take the hand offered to us.
We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it, nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it. A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. Wake now. You'll feel better. I promise.
Journal updated. Embrace your potential. We were visited in our dreams by a mysterious figure who told us that our illithid parasites are special and the source of great potential. Let's see what our party has to say about this.
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me, told me the parasite in our heads could give us power.
I had a similar dream. A side effect of the tadpole?
Sounds like it. What did you make of it?
If there's some kind of power to be unlocked from our affliction, I'm willing to try it.
Seems risky, if you ask me. Couldn't help getting stuck with the tadpole, but taking favors from it? Spooky.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
Maybe.
Don't play coy. It happened to you as well, didn't it? It's all over your face. Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole, use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess, in the waking world or otherwise.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads. Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, no need to hide it. This is a good thing. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
We should take every advantage we can get. Let's explore these powers and see where they take us.
Exactly. Waste not, want not. Even when it comes to mind flayer parasites. Now, was there anything else?
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception.
If the parasite can empower us, I say we should let it. We could use the edge in combat.
You're delusional. I'd sooner trust a night hag than a strange figure bearing dream gifts.
Always at your side.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is, the tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by illithid worms.
I think we should hear out this dream figure. Maybe these powers could be useful.
I wouldn't advise it. Play with fire, and you get burned. That's always the way of it.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
I had the same dream. A similar visitor with a similar message.
Very curious. In all my readings on the effects of illithid parasites, I've never come across any accounts of correlating dreams between infected parties. Another unique quality of our predicament, perhaps. Are you inclined to take these visitors at their word?
I am. Something is delaying our transformation. Why not this dream visitor of ours?
If so, we have far more to learn about the powers at play here. Our ignorance as to the exact nature and intent of our saviors is hardly cause for celebration. I hope your confidence proves well-founded. God knows we could use all the help we can get.
And we're going to head to the center of the camp and investigate our magic artifact. I know we can't open it, but we'll get some narration out of it.
A curious ornate box. Its many sides are engraved with indecipherable glyphs.
Will's standing right behind me. I said, we will, not will. Will, go away. All right, we're going to examine this closely. We're going to try to examine this closely.
No openings you can see, yet you sense something inside it.
Force it open.
The box doesn't yield.
Not if you're going to use your fingers. Use your forearms, man. All right, let's throw it away. My orc looks so sad. Okay, fine, have it your way. Back in the pocket you go. And we have some parasites. Let's go ahead and make use of them.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
I'm not sure about this.
Don't worry, you won't come to harm. I'll protect you.
All right, bottoms up.
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was and everything it was destined to be. Pure potential. Pure power.
Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
I'll use both. I mean, that's fine. I was going to use both. Let's take a look at the powers. So you get to pick this. I'm surprised that the tooltip didn't appear for this. Tooltips appeared for everything else, but no. Okay, yeah, I didn't. I just wanted to look. I didn't actually want to click on. Can I put it back? Okay, yeah, right click will put it back. I just wanted to look at it. Force tunnel. Charge forward, pushing all objects. That doesn't sound very interesting. Okay, clicking on these do nothing, so these are indeed locked, probably until we get these. That's what I'm guessing. So maybe not, because I'm not sure which one this is leading to. Maybe both. Concentrated blast, force tunnel, favorable beginnings, first attack roll. Actually, this one I think is pretty good. It's for the same reason I cast friends on people. It's just a one and done thing. I think we may try favorable beginnings just to see what happens. But let's take a look at Sonic Overload, Transfuse health. Alright. I'm not totally interested in damage stuff right now, especially if it's short rest. This one says per turn, so that actually sounds kind of cool. You must be concentrating on another spell to cast this. If the target was concentrating, you heal as much as the damage done to it. Spell you are concentrating on will end. Oh, so this will cost me a spell then. I don't think there's any cantrips that concentrate. How much damage are we talking about? 6 to 36? So basically be a 2-turn action, because I would use an action on the first turn to cast a concentration spell. Then I use Concentrated Blast on the second turn to do 6 to 36. I'd be better off just casting Magic Missile. So let's try Favorable Beginnings and see what happens. Expand your mind. Consume a parasite and unlock a new power. Is it meant to wriggle? Okay, so it unlocked. So I assume that if I picked this one, I could also unlock both of these. Or I mean, this one too, and this one. So each one seems to branch off into 2 different ones. Luck of the far rounds. When you make a successful attack roll against a foe, you can change that hit into a critical hit. Oh, that would go great with my orc setup right now. Channel the dark allure of the tadpole to charm an enemy that attacks you, preventing them from attacking you until the end of their next turn. That's... I mean, I don't know, man. It's a reaction for 1 turn, and this is my Illithid power, really? I'd be better off casting Charm Person, which not as cool as it used to be, or at least in this game, it's only just keeps the enemy from attacking the caster, from the description. In the TSR games I'm used to, Charm Person, make the enemy join your side temporarily. So we're going to go for Luck of the Far Realms. We can basically make critical hits at will. That sounds pretty awesome. Oh, okay, not at will. I don't want will creeping up on me again. Let's see if anybody has anything to say about this stuff.
Feeling illithid?
So, about our tadpole powers.
You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. If you got a little boost from the tadpole, who am I to begrudge you? In fact, got any going spare?
Sorry, but these are hard to come by. I'm keeping them for myself.
Greedy goblin. But all right, I'll scout out my own if needs be. Now, are we done here?
Hey, if you can spawn your own, that's fine. But since there's a party limit, no, you don't get these.
It was bad enough having just one of those tadpoles forced upon us. I can scarcely believe you actually inflicted another on yourself.
Hey now. I inflicted another 2 on myself. And they give me power. These illithid powers. What do you make of them?
On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from. And what lies at the end of that path. I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it.
The odds are stacked against us. Can we truly afford to ignore a potential advantage?
Well, perhaps you have a point. Fine. Let's explore these powers then. I just hope we don't come to regret it.
Well, no tentacles yet. I suppose we can consider that a success.
Kinja, no good will come of devouring a ghaik worm, no matter what you might think.
So you haven't thought about making use of the tadpole's powers?
Mark my words, this power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the ghaik tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
More for me, then. If we must bear the tadpole's burdens, we should also avail ourselves of their power.
tadpole has stretched to every pore and slithered through every vein. What am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. I will be remade in its image. My faith in Vlaakith will guide me, and my own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power.
I am a living example of the tadpole's benefits. I've never felt more powerful.
You might be right. The Githyanki have long studied Geich and used what we've learned. The Zaithisk itself was devised from such knowledge. The tadpole is perhaps not just a curse, but a weapon I can twist and mold to my advantage. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself of the parasite's powers.
Gone gods. Watching you consume that tadpole was more disgusting than the tadpole itself. Though, I suppose that's not what you wanted to talk about.
Actually, it was. What do you think of the illicit potential the Dream Visitor spoke of?
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you take an illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
I got news for you, Will. The illithid already has us by the talon. We face untold dangers, Will. Shouldn't we seize every possible advantage? Crushed it.
Yes, I suppose we should. Though I'm more than a bit wary. Still, I am the Frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
Come on then, don't leave me in suspense. How are you feeling? No errant tentacles? No sudden cravings for a more cerebral diet?
If I was, I wouldn't bother looking for you, Gale.
Replete with ribaldry as always. Well, you could provide no better proof that you are not, in fact, about to turn into a mind flare. Famously humorless illithids, the tyrannical enslavement of all other living creatures hardly lends itself to levity. Should your wit begin to suffer, only then must we worry. Was there another matter you wish to discuss?
All right, give me a minute to gear ourselves up and we'll head back out there. Now, while I would prefer to have all the character dialogues in a between episode, by the way, the game hasn't finished loading, that's why it looks like this. But while I prefer to have it in a between episode, sometimes the characters just will not wait, even if you tell them maybe later. It doesn't always seem to crop back up. But we will go ahead and talk to them now and get that out of the way.
So, you've indulged. Just helped yourself to a little more power, I see. And there isn't a tentacle to be seen. Not a bad deal, I'd say. My only complaint is that you didn't want to share. I wouldn't mind indulging myself.
These parasites are rare. They're mine.
That's how it is. Pity. Not that I don't understand. I'd probably keep them for myself too. But do consider sharing next time. Because if you continue to get between me and what I want, I will have to find a way through you. Just something to think about.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important.
And yes, she does have a perhaps later dialogue. At least for me, it seems to be glitched a little bit. It immediately prompts me with the dialogue tree that happens if I say, well, now I'm intrigued, but it goes without her voices. We will say, do continue.
I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending precious moments trying to free me, but you did it anyway. I owe you my life. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Okay, I'm just gonna guess here that, first off, she's got her memories sealed. That's super suspicious. I'm gonna say that she's probably what you would call a Manchurian agent or candidate or something like that, where she's probably a Selune cleric, and she had her memories wiped and now she's working for Shard. That's just what I'm assuming is happening here. Do you think she'll ever relent and make you a Dark Justiciar?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
I don't understand. Why be so secret about such an ambition?
Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a Justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind.
Well, thank you for sharing. So we are now going to head northward. And I wasn't able to quite make all the preparations necessary to do whatever is special about this barn, so we will just handle this fight. Actually, hold on. Right before we do that, let's have everybody approach first. There doesn't seem there's any perception checks that I notice. But I'm able to provoke a dialogue before opening the door in some cases.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Note that I can trade or even attack right now, which I think is kind of funny. Well, let's say I trade. I should be able to get some javelins. Oh, this is different. I don't remember this being in there. That's fine. Hello? Anybody in there?
Go away!
Open the door.
What the hell are you doing?
So what we're going to do is we're going to go and switch party. If we attack the couple, it just leads directly into a regular combat, except we don't get initiative. Yeah, let's go ahead and get everybody on the roof. Asteria just has to be taller than everyone.
Oh, get out!
Disturb a half ogre in the making.
That won't work.
See, I should totally get an initiative bonus, but that's fine. Let's go and disengage. And we're going to lure them out.
Good. Again.
All right, now let's go ahead and start. I rolled a 14. Wait. Why would I want to? I guess if I wanted a 20.
Excellent. Keep going.
Nice.
I would have preferred to attack the ogre first.
My path be true.
Apparently she hasn't gotten a new turn since the initiative roll. I always find it just a little bit wonky. He still hasn't gotten a new turn since the initiative roll, but he does get his offhand attack. They rolled a 10.
Time to strike.
Why didn't I get my reaction? She should have gotten her preemptive attack before approaching, but okay, game. It's just whatever it feels like. Yeah, I forgot to use Polearm Clout last round. I doubt facing matters, but that's the only thing I can think of that happened. That was probably the height difference. That's probably what it was. That my character was not tall enough to attack opponent lower in height, but the ogre is tall enough. I bet that's what it was. Actually, if I had done this first, I probably would have gotten sneak attack damage. Because now I would have an advantage? I don't know. I rolled a 26. She saved versus critical reminder. That's not good.
I need healing.
again!
Never thought I'd ever walk in on a bugbear and an ogre.
Let's just put this behind us. Far behind us.
Now, unfortunately, when you kill ogres, you don't get their weapon, which is exclusive to giant humanoids. You can actually still make them drop the weapon or disarm them. I probably should have disarmed Buthir and kept the weapon for one of the 3 ogres, because 2 of them have weapons, the 3rd one does not.
A feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
Investigation. Examine the meat.
You notice the blade is at an angle to the meat's grain. If you align the dagger with the grain, it should slip out easily.
Align the dagger with the meat's grain and pull.
Thanks to your keen eye, the dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat.
You're supposed to infer that this dagger +1 belongs to these guys, but if it's such a fancy dagger, why? I mean, maybe the bugbear just has a super distaste for using magical daggers. And you also cannot take this roasted meat.
Mystery meat, tough as boar hide. Only the sharpest teeth could pierce it.
Sure. Now you may say, oh, it's disgusting because the ogre was eating that or something. Well, I'd like to point you to Exhibit A. There is, I believe, yeah, there's meat right here that you can just put in your camp supplies. There's a lot of random foods and such in this place. We're not going to worry about getting that on tape to record. Nothing major. We'll keep moving. So this is the village proper. We're now heading north. This is where we found Karlach and fought the fake paladins. We will now cover this region.
That might be worth a look.
So my character is actually digging right now.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
If I try moving, it doesn't work. It just doesn't show the animation if I guess click too fast on the thing before it finishes glowing. I have gotten different treasures inside the chest. I don't know if it's completely random or if it's dependent on what has happened. What I mean is, over here, before certain events, I found a Sleet Snow Scroll, which I believe is a level 3 spell. After certain events were cleared, I found a Fireball Scroll. Again, it might be random or it might change depending on what things have happened. You can approach, so this is where we would approach if we were moving in from the paladin side, but you can approach these guys and a conversation will occur. I will say that to get the most experience, you want the beasts to hatch. We are just going to go with regular gameplay though and avoid that if viable.
The beast reeks of brimstone and offal. Every breath is thick with blood. You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another. Gnolls, vicious, monstrous humanoids can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas.
I'm assuming this is canned animation for whoever your player character is. I mean, this is maybe fitting if it was a teenage girl that's first time seeing a evil gnoll. But for a half-orc warlock who goes through life intimidating everybody, I don't know if that's the expression he'd be having. But alright. So if you try to comfort the hyena, step back and watch the show. The hyena will give birth to a gnoll. You get 20 experience points for the hyena dying, and then you get to kill the gnoll for more experience points. We're going to go ahead and just kill the enemy. We'll say Smite the Abomination. That's probably a free attack. I haven't done this one yet. You can also do this one, and it will actually succeed in keeping the hyena from giving birth.
Radiant power flows through you as you strike the creature down. As the life fades from her eyes, the gnoll within her dies too, stillborn.
I don't know if that's radiant power there, but okay, because I just curb stomped a pregnant beast. Alright. That's probably a scripted move there, so wherever this hyena was patrolling, it would have run there. If it gets another move, it will run up here and summon these gnolls, who are not yet part of the battle, so we need to actually try to dispatch this one first. As usual, we are at a disadvantage, not disadvantage in roll, but we're at a disadvantage in battle because I'm showing you the dialogue stuff, the events, instead of just attacking everybody outright. If I were to attack outright, I'd have a complete advantage on the enemy.
Try something else.
Typically, you want to switch back to melee weapons once you're done shooting. Switching weapons is free. By doing so, you are able to perhaps get +1 armor class if you're using a shield. You get your opportunity attacks if things happen. It's to your advantage to switch, if you choose to care about that. Still need to try to finish this guy off. I probably could have shoved and gotten just a little bit more space. We're going to try that. By the way, I tried shoving withers into the ocean or river, and Scritch became hostile. Your teammates that are not in your current party will attack, not Scritch, Scratch, I guess his name, will attack Scratch for you, but if you attack Scratch yourself, then your teammates become hostile. I shoved him just to get an extra, I guess, half a meter of movement. Realistically, I might have been able to shove him. I'm not sure if standing up from a shove costs you an action or bonus action or what. I'm still new to the whole idea of actions and bonus actions. That's strange to me. Also, color spray. This is per battle as part of my ring, so I could use it every time I'm in a fight. That's an extra 6 meters of distance right there. Could action surge, so we might have to do that. Why didn't I get the prompt for Luck of the Realms? Oh, a successful attack roll. I can change it. Okay, that's what that means. Now, even if you have your ranged weapons equipped, if you are not proficient with shields and you're wielding a shield in your melee set, you cannot cast spells.
I am fury. I am death.
These are just the small little mechanic things. Now we will go into action surge just to prevent this thing from summoning the other hyenas. That's if we even get this to hit.
Where's it running off to?
Again, if you want to maximize your experience, you will let these guys give birth. But we will try to kill any of the creatures available for us to defeat. I don't know. Will I get sneak attack on these? I don't think so. Even though these guys are essentially prone.
On the move.
Okay, it takes a while for the animation to play up, but I think I can proceed to intern even if the animation hasn't finished. Hit F right as soon as the crossbow bolt flies out. And I'm never quite sure if it's taken effect or not. Yeah, I don't have advantage right now, so I don't think this will be a sneak attack. Actually, can the game tell me? I think, oh, I guess it is a sneak attack. I think it would say it cannot do this otherwise. All right, let's try it.
Place is overrun with gnolls.
Vile beasts. Nothing good is born from a corpse.
This place reeks of blood. Let's go, before more join us.
Sure. Now, he's already confessed to us that he's a vampire. And unfortunately, I think by doing so, I lock myself out of powers. Because the developers probably never really programmed that happening as a standard method of gameplay. Normally, I'm supposed to have something like Bite, which is supposed to work on creatures that are sleeping for, I guess, more hit points or something like that. And if they're not sleeping, it just does damage. Well, I mean, it does damage and gives you hit points. So he doesn't have anything like that right now. Even if I were to open this up just to make sure, I don't see anything like that. So I'm not sure how much of the gameplay will differ as a result of me waiting until he confesses instead of catching him trying to get blood.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Before we do that, let's go ahead and let's read these shipment orders. Deliver the chest to me unopened. Read the first again. Open it, and I will know, because you will be dead. This is not a threat. This is what will happen if you open the chest. That gives us quest information, and so if there were extra dialogue, it should show up moving forward from here. What were you carrying in the wagons?
Wizard's shipment. Chest.
Who is NF?
Boss. Baldur's Gate. The Guild.
What happened to the chest?
Rugen protected it. Took it north.
Who's Rugen?
Lucky son of a...
Where were you heading?
Tavern. Hideout. Seek.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Again, anytime you see something like that, that's not me cutting the game off, like out of impatience. That's literally part of the way my computer runs the game. Alright, so we're going to try to sneak up on these gnolls by taking a side route, which will give us a height advantage.
If not over, then through.
Because we would have moved in from down there. What should we do? Anything?
Best be on my way.
Let me think here. Now, realistically, I can still have Asterion cheese and kill everybody without ever getting attacked. So this is how you would do it, which I've kind of done before in the Goblin Village.
Let's keep to the shadows.
Because he's an assassin, he gets an extra move after battle starts. Still outside normal range. So this one I didn't kill, I know that, but I figured doing my sneak attack damage versus a fully healthy one was better. Because in this case, I did 18 damage instead of 6 damage. So we'll go and disable dual wielding, sneak attack. Still path interrupted. I don't... Whatever, game. We'll just kill this one then. I can't sneak attack again, because it's fine. This one, he had his initiative before me, so he'll actually get to move. But normally, and maybe if I get alert as a feat on him, normally they would never get to move and I could just flee combat and restart battle. Since he can move, but that's basically how you would do it though, is you would do your attacks, and while they are surprised, you flee. That's all you have to do. And the enemy will, except when they grow higher initiative than you, will not get to counterattack.
Time to press ahead.
Now, I know that this is wonky that you're able to move all these characters in real time, but assume that this is still happening synchronously with attacks. So as they are walking up here, Asterion would have been creeping forward to shoot his second round of bolts. It's not literally time stop. It's supposed to represent stop. So I guess they just have rounds, and not quite sure, because there used to be things like turns, rounds, which were 6 seconds. I don't remember. Anyways, let's go ahead and start fighting.
What do we have here?
I want her close enough to keep him from running and give him disadvantage to shooting. Totally stealthy. I clicked on him. You saw the game even load differently for that. So she's not actually got her move yet, so she can't follow up with this. Is that something I can just toggle on and off like this? Probably not. I don't want you to ask me anymore. We'll save this. And here, was it in passives? No. Yeah, it should definitely be a toggle. I don't want that to happen every battle. Clicked on, oh, not enough resources action.
Swift and lethal.
Unfortunately, she doesn't get her not opportunity attack, her pommel strike or whatever it is, because it was technically in a different section of the battle. Very, very strange. That's why I said, like, the game's way of starting battle is particularly unorthodox. I want to give him as much height disadvantage as possible, so we'll shove him downward, and then move in. So that's the one I said that would get the move before Asterion could run away. Flawless victory. The Gnoll thing of Yeenoghu. So, hyena ear. When the squirrel gives you this, that's what the squirrel does at the entrance of Emerald Grove. The squirrel gives me a hyena ear, so I figured, oh, this must just be an ingredient name. It's not actually a hyena ear. No, I think it actually is, because each one of these hyenas will drop this.
My energy wanes. Time to rest.
We just literally rested.
Don't waste a step.
Now we're going to continue proceeding up this mountain. Not that way. Okay, yeah. We're going to proceed on this side.